3 months, 2 preschoolers, and 1 big RV trip around Lake Michigan. What could possibly go wrong? It turns out quite a lot, actually. Fawns.
Hey! Welcome to the Wandering Herd. Family travel fueled by financial independence. Welcome to part 3 of our RV trip around Lake Michigan. We left part 1 leading up to Heather's first ever driving of the RV.
I'm going to give driving the RV a shot for the very first time. I'm not nervous at all.
Tow haul on, adjust your chair, put your lights on, so the backup camera will come on. Yep. And now you're going to move forward a foot so I can get the yellow box off.
Alright, am I done now?
We're white knuckling it. Got a death grip on the wheel. First time driving. Fifth wheel. 17,000 pounds cargo. 42 feet. Got construction cones.
Uneven lanes.
We got uneven lanes.
Rain.
We got rain. 46 miles straight road. 2 hours to go. Feelings?
I'm nervous and I'm gonna mess it up.
Yeah. That really goes away.
It really never goes away.
We've upgraded to eating while driving. One-handed.
I always thought I was gonna be the slowest one on the road, but this person's going 7 miles under the speed limit.
Saturday drivers. 7 minutes left of the maiden voyage. How's it feeling?
Pretty good. I'm almost lulled to sleep. It's like straight, just kind of softly rocking.
She almost fell asleep at the wheel.
Basically what I just said.
Lasting memories of your first RV drive? Do you remember any of it? Is it a complete blur?
It's a complete blur, yeah. I don't remember any of it. Having a co-pilot that is helping with directions and the kids in the back helps, and then you can kind of just zone in on keeping it straight.
The difficult part is when you're moving through small towns or lots of turns and you're just not sure where you might end up. That's when it gets stressful.
It's a good idea to practice the turns to get your turn radius right. You have to turn even more than you think.
You're going to have to go left a lot to be able to turn right and not clip the curb.
So we just made it to Menominee, Michigan, which is right on the border with Marinette, Wisconsin.
They don't accept credit cards.
Oh dear, I have cash.
Cash or check, $160. Stayed at a campground. It was right on a naval dockyard. I realised we were pretty close to Green Bay, so one day during pre-season I decided Logan and I would go take the trip to Lambeau and experience his first NFL game. Yeah, Lambeau, looking for parking. Best we've seen is $50. Might be as good as we can get. We've gone 100 yards and it's down to $30. So we found parking, $20 in that person's yard. Hopefully nobody parks too close next to us so that we can leave a little bit early. Because we might not stay for the full game, huh? Yeah. Do you want to stay for the full game? Yeah. Okay. We'll see how it goes. That's Lambeau Field. Fireworks!
Yeah!
Woohoo! We didn't make it in the stadium yet because we brought a backpack and they're not allowed. So we'll go another 5 minutes back to the car and then 5 minutes to the stadium and then 5 to 10 minutes to find our seat and then we'll see some football. tropical evening in the tundra. It's like 79 degrees. It's 9 p.m. So not quite the true Lambeau experience. It was more like Florida. But I'll take it. Logan's hyperactive. It's past bedtime. Worth it. We just finished up at Lambeau. Logan's first NFL game, preseason game. We're in some random person's yard for 20 bucks. With the dually next to a tree. Logan's eating fries. Did you have fun?
Yeah, that was so fun, the game.
So fun, the game. Time to go back to the RV. Say bye.
Bye.
One more really cool thing that was close by is a museum called the Peshtigo Fire Museum. It's the deadliest fire you've never heard of. It happened on the same day as the Chicago fire. It was the deadliest wildfire in US history.
1.5 million acres. 1,200 to 2,400 estimated deaths.
There were lots of artifacts from that time period that people had donated. There was a docent there that gave us a very in-depth tour, whether we wanted it or not.
Who?
Docent.
Docent.
It's the person who works at a museum.
Docent?
I'm pretty sure. It turns out that I enjoyed driving the first leg so much that I decided to drive the second leg as well.
All the way to Two Rivers, Wisconsin. Here we go.
I'm really surprised at how, I thought I was taking turns really wide, but I was actually clipping the back a little bit.
Yeah. It's a big turn.
Way bigger than.
Tour's 14 minutes.
We stayed at Sheffels Campground.
One of the great things about Sheffels Hideaway Campground is there's literally a trail through the forest called the Ice Age Trail, and it takes you right to the beach on the western side of Lake Michigan.
It also made a perfect spot for David's mom to fly out, and we ended up renting an RV for her to stay in, and she buddy parked next to us at Sheffels Campground. So that was really, really fun.
So we rented the RV from some locals in Wisconsin. So there's a really cool website that we will put here because I can't remember the name of it right now. Basically like Airbnb for other people's RVs. So people have their RVs, they're not using them throughout the whole year. It's just in their driveway for us to pick up. When Nana joined us, we explored the Wisconsin Maritime Museum, which had a guided tour of the USS Cobia submarine.
About 80 men aboard. All volunteered to be submariners, and part of the job was to know every aspect of the boat.
Inside was a really nice children's water area that they had a lot of fun at.
Sticking with the maritime theme, David and the boys and Nana one day checked out the Rogers Street Fishing Village, which is a living museum and really pretty cool.
So we just dropped Nana off at the airport to go back home. She came to visit us for 5 nights near Two Rivers, Wisconsin. And there's a Green Bay Botanical Garden right next to the airport. So we thought we'd pop in. And this will get their energy out before the drive back to the campground. Which is basically the plan every day, is tire them out. A funny lollipop, I bet you it spins round. As we got back to Sheffels Campground.
All right, so we are currently at Sheffels Hideaway in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. We've been here for 7 days. Or I guess this is day 8. This would be night 8. And we only booked it for 7 nights. So we put it in our spreadsheet wrong. It's also the day that I decided to do all the laundry because they had cheap laundry here. And clean out the car and launder the car seats for the kids. So everything is soaking wet. I'm and we just got a knock on our door saying that we have to go. And unfortunately, they don't have any spots here for us to stay an extra night. So we're packing up. We have to try to figure out how to hook the bike to the back of the RV. Cooper just went down for his nap. Well, not just, but. And thankfully, Jellystone, Caledonia, which is about 2 and a bit hours away, has an extra spot for us, so we can go there one day early. But a little bit stressful.
Maybe an hour later, the guy came back and said, oh, actually, if you go to the front, we can probably let you stay for another night. That was stressful to learn after we had panicked for an hour and packed everything up.
We are leaving Two Rivers, Wisconsin, and we are currently driving through Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and going to our next place. So the whole saga yesterday where we overstayed our welcome and misbooked. So we had a night actually where we didn't have anything booked. It turns out that the Shuffle's Hideaway Campground ended up having a place, so we were able to stay there one more night. Jellystone refused to give us a refund, even though it had been less than half an hour since we had booked it. We contested it on our credit card charge. We will. And we'll see how that goes. Very disappointed in their response to our predicament, to be honest. We've hit some traffic, but it's just been mainly freeway. This was our last final stop, and we wanted to make it really nice for the boys and for us, so we ended up splurging on another Jellystone, which had a really cool water park, a neat drone show, and was a great kicking off point to explore Milwaukee. We went to the Milwaukee Riverwalk, which had a statue of the Fonz. Statue of the... Okay, fine. The Fonz.
Hey!
We went to a really cool graffiti alley called Black Cat Alley. We checked out the public market, which is always fun and a good place to get food for anybody and everybody.
Finally, we checked out the Bobblehead Hall of Fame, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a museum full of bobbleheads. Because we had toddlers, we decided that just staying in the foyer was enough for us. We didn't need to go in and have the boys pick up every single bobblehead and potentially break them. From Milwaukee to our Jellystone, we decided it was time to head home and recap our first 3-month working / childcare / getting used to the RV trip. Lessons we learned first: we spent a lot of money on campsites because Jellystones are quite expensive. Looking for the best campsites, we didn't really know what to expect. What we would learn later is that you can do this a lot more affordably if you have a 1,000 Trails membership. The other thing that comes with the 1,000 Trails membership is there's a lot of other families that are traveling full-time or extended time in 1,000 Trails, so it gives you a bit more opportunity to build community. We didn't really have much community. We were quite isolated for these 3 months. Really, we just did things too fast. So overall, we were jumping between campgrounds too quickly, sometimes 2 to 3 days, and then another 2 to 3 days to the next campground. Really, the optimum is 7 to 10 days at least, is what we decided to do for the next trip. We found it difficult on this trip to find time for each other because we were both working and we were doing the childcare for the boys and we were learning how to RV. So all of those lessons that we learned, we were determined to make some changes for our next trip, which was going to be to the West Coast. Did we actually learn anything, or did we keep making the same silly mistakes? See you next time.
See ya!